Yes. So good day once again. Yes, good day, my viewers. My name is Yusuf Olayinka Shugbeson. So today we'll be talking about classroom management and learner diversity. Obviously, in the classroom as a teacher, you have many type of learners with their own peculiarity and their own uniqueness. And this uniqueness and peculiarity is a diversity, but they are all learners learning the same content as well as the same curriculum. And as such, you as a teacher, you must possess the skills to be able to teach the same content to different type of learners in your classroom. This will necessitate what we call using your skills set to manage the classroom. So what is classroom management? Classroom management refers to the principles and techniques that are used or strategies that are used by teachers in order to maintain order in the classroom, to create or promote a positive environment or behavior in the classroom, as well as create an environment that is conducive for learning. So this will enhance or imbibe or integrate discipline strategies with inclusive teaching practices. So as such, as a teacher, what are those classroom management strategies that you can use in your classroom among your learners? One of the key strategies is to establish rules. Establishing rules in the classroom necessitate that in the classroom you set what we call clear classroom expectations. What you expect your learners to do at a particular point in time, and you also have what we call agreed consequences for not doing it. And you have to be consistent with the procedures or routines at which you do all those things in the classroom. That is establishing clear rules and procedure for doing things. This will help you to manage the classroom environment. Another key strategy is effective lesson planning. When you fail to plan, you have already planned to fail. By implication, a teacher that wants to manage our classroom very well must also plan the instruction adequately and very well, such that it will accommodate learners' participation. It will be such an engaging instruction where the learners will also be carried along. You set clear objectives and you achieve them by delivering your content. You show mastery of your subject matter. And as such, you'll be having a smooth transition from known to unknown, from simple to complex, and the class will not be boring but interesting. However, another key strategy that you can also use is monitoring and vision. Effective monitoring and supervision is key because you will be able to do what we call witness, meaning you will be demonstrating awareness of what is happening in your classroom. Cannot just stand in front of the class as a teacher, teach and go, whereas you are supposed to move around to show that at least you are also aware of what that is happening, and you take cognizance of activities of each of those learners. Then you do overlapping, multitasking. While you are teaching, you're also going to be looking at their psychology, their non-verbal communication, and you maintain momentum. Let your lesson flow. So while you are doing that, you'll be also monitoring learners' progress by doing what we call formative assessment. All these ones will help your learners to be at alert and active in the classroom rather than engaging in other activities that will deviate from expected activity. Another thing is what we call positive reinforcement. You as a teacher, whenever you give questions in the classroom, you do what we call reward and praise. It might not necessarily be monetarily. That will reinforce others to also want to also be part of those that will benefit from that kind of reward system. And you build relationship with your learners. Carogas emphasize empathy, respect. As an humanist, you will ensure that your learners see you as somebody that really appreciate them, so they will also appreciate you. They will respect you rather than fear you. They will not want to offend you, and they want to also listen to you. So in the class, maintaining discipline can be either proactive, which is the preventive discipline, the reactive, which is the supportive which is the reactive, which is the what corrective discipline, or the developmental, which is the supportive discipline. So let us look at preventive discipline. They say prevention is better than cure. So that implies that in the classroom, if you prevent anything that will happen, you set rules, you engage them, you ensure that there's adequate proper seating arrangement, there's continuous monitoring. All these ones are proactive or preventive disciplinary approach to ensure that you have good classroom management. But supportive discipline requires that it is developmental. You will also support them because they are also learning a lot of things in life. So supporting your learners to ensure that you encourage positive behavior, you will praise them, encourage them, counsel them, give them emotional support, and then give them such that you will do reiterative dialogue. When there are issues, you will build motivation and positive classroom environment with your learners. And as such, learners will be developing from time to time based on what you are exposing them to, and based on the positive environment or behavior that you are also encouraging. Unlike preventive that set rules, supportive will also, as they proceed, you will ensure that you are ensuring or giving them that intrinsic motivation. Internally, they will be convinced by themselves. While the other one is what we call the reactive. The reactive is a corrective discipline that reacts after the misbehavior has been perpetrated. When it has happened, after it has occurred, you will warn them, you will let them lose some privileges in the classroom, you will involve their parents, report them to a higher authority, refer them to counseling, but do not be humiliating them. Ensure you are fair in your approach, you are consistent. They don't see you as being biased, and as such, they will know that you are correcting them for progress, not because you hate them, but because you also want them to be a better person in life. No, one thing I want to also let you know that managing large classes is also very, very challenging. So when we talk about large classes, since you have many type of learners in your classroom, you will have limited time to pay attention to everybody individual. There will be noise, there will be overcrowding. In fact, assessing them formatively might be very difficult, but there are strategies that can also help you manage large classrooms. When I say strategies, ensure that they engage in group activities or cooperative learning in the classroom. Then monitor them. Use peer to monitor one another, or you go around whenever you give them group tasks. Then you set simple and clear instruction that they have to follow, and time management is key. Let them see that you are time conscious and you know what you are doing. Then you use continuous assessment techniques to manage them such that they will be at alert, ready to be assessed formatively. Then one thing is certain, in a large classroom, you do what we call preventive discipline so that you can structure your classroom organization for a better classroom management.